Hello fellow YouTubers, and welcome back to Pokemon Yellow Nuzlocke. On the last episode, we started our little adventure. We didn't really get much done, but we woke up, we named ourselves, because that's what normal people do every day. Named our rival, because that's also normal. Left our house, headed off to the great outdoors, where we were immediately attacked by a monster. Thankfully, Professor Oak showed by and helped us, and got rid of the monster by capturing it. Brought us to his lab, where he gave us said monster, after our rival took the monster we were going to get, and then we battled, because that's also normal in this universe. But we also went over the rules of what we were doing the Nuzlocke, in which case I'm making this game a lot harder than it needs to be, just because it should be fun and sad at the same time. So on this episode, we're gonna finally actually begin our journey, because we're gonna finally leave our town, and it should be fun. I've been looking forward to playing a Pokemon game for a while. I mean, I completely forgot last episode that we had played Pokemon Snap, which is why I added that small annotation at the beginning of the episode. That technically doesn't count. I mean, that's a spin-off game. It's not a main game. It wasn't really Pokemon-esque. We saw a lot of Pokemon, but it didn't really deal with what Pokemon usually is. So we can finally leave, and with the color change, we are now in Route 1, and the music changes as well, which means that we are now in... There's now Pokemon able to be found. Technically, this would be a new area, so I would be able to catch a new Pokemon here. The only problem is, I have nothing to catch it with. So typically, from what I've seen watching Nuzlocke runs, or from what I've heard reading Nuzlocke runs, because despite the fact that people usually play Nuzlocke runs, there's a lot of comics out there too with people playing Nuzlocke runs, and those are also very fun to look at. Sometimes another rule that they usually put here is that until you get Pokeballs, and that you don't have to worry about the catching rule. So if we run into any Pokemon, like I just did, we're not going to trigger the rule. And we found a Rattata, which is fine. I'm going to say this right now. On the emulator I'm playing right now, Pikachu's voice is incredibly quiet. So, I mean, it might sound normal to you, or maybe a little louder than it should be. That's because I'm putting in Pikachu's cry in there separately and just overlapping it with what it is. Because next time Pikachu comes out of the Pokeball, I'm just gonna not edit it, so you can hear just how quiet it is and why it's glad I'm doing this. So technically, this Rattata would be one I'd have to catch. It's level 2. It's weaker than me. I almost fainted it and I paralyzed it. But I don't want to. I mean, I can't catch it, and I don't want to call this entire route a waste, because that'd just be one less Pokemon I'm able to catch. So until I get Pokeballs, Route 1 is currently unable to be... We're not getting any Pokemon yet. Hi, I work at a Pokemon Mart. And we can start talking with people outside. I work at a Pokemon Mart, because I said that weird. It's a convenience shop, so please visit us in Viridian City. I know, I'll give you a sample. Here you go. And I want to talk to that guy because he gives me a free potion. Because he's so nice. And yeah, read the sign. Route 1, Pallet Town to Viridian City. The first routes in every single Pokemon game aren't really that long, and they feature a lot of weak Pokemon, which is perfect. Another Rattata. Level 2. I think the range for Rattatas in this route are like... See, did you hear that? I talked over it, but you could barely hear Pikachu there. Or I could barely hear Pikachu there. I hope future me doesn't forget to not put that in. Hey, critical hit! I gotta be very careful. I don't want to over-level Jolt right now, because if I over-level Jolt, it's gonna be very hard for me to catch Pokemon without fainting them in one hit. So we have trees in here. This is grass. Whenever you walk into grass, you have an opportunity to run into a Pokemon. It's similar to what's happening in Final Fantasy currently, where when I'm just walking outside in the overworld, I randomly stumble into monsters. It's a little bit simpler here. Whenever I step into grass, I'll randomly stumble into monsters. Let's talk to this guy. See those ledges along the road? It's a bit scary, but you can jump from them. You can get back to Pallet Town quicker that way. So yeah, there's ledges like this. Oop. This is a ledge. They're only one way. You can't go that way. But you can go this way. And you'll jump over that. Bye, Pikachu. You're stuck over there. But yeah. It's just a nice little shortcut way, and I ran into another Pokemon. There's only 2 Pokemon to run into, and it's another Rattata. Level 3. Alright, Jolt, let's take care of this Rattata. I gotta be careful. I know Jolt needs like 100 experience to level up. Ooh, and a critical hit's not going to help. And we've gotten like maybe 20, so we're still a little... No, we've gotten about 60, I guess, now. So maybe 2 more battles and Jolt will level up again to level 7. Let's just get past... Ah, so close. There it is. There's a Pidgey. Oh, it's level 6. Oh, I'd love to catch this one. Be less training needed. It's a high level right now. But the bad thing about Pidgey is that it's a flying type, and flying type are weakened to electric moves, which is why it says it's super effective currently. And Sand Attack's a terrible attack. Darn it. Lowered my accuracy. It might just spam that. Yep, and I missed. And it's gonna spam it again. Mm-hmm. You suck. I could just run from this fight. Oh, no, not Gust. Ooh, boy. You know what? I'm running from this fight. It did 6 damage to me. I don't want to faint on the second episode. That would be a loss immediately. Jesus. How are you doing, Pikachu? You're the exact same agitated state as you were the last episode. All right. Well, with the change in music, no change in color, but we are now in Viridian City. Yeah, Route 1's very short. So this is a Pokemon City, and this is a Pokemon Center. Read it. Heal your Pokemon, Pokemon Center. So yeah, this is where I want to go if I want to heal my Pokemon for free. Instead of using these 2 potions, I can just go straight here. And I can talk with this person, Nurse Joy. Welcome to our Pokemon Center. You heal your Pokemon back to perfect health. Shall we heal your Pokemon? This is the only time I'm going to be saying this, because we're going to be seeing this a lot. Okay, we'll need your Pokemon. Take Pikachu, put him in a Pokeball, and heal him that way. Like your Pokemon are fighting fit. We hope to see you again, because they're cruel that way. And there's another Pokemon standing next to her. We'll find out what that is later. There's a Pokemon Center in every town ahead. They don't charge any money either. Yeah, so they're perfectly free, they're perfectly safe, and they're going to be wonders for us. Pokemon Centers heal your tired, hurt, or fainted Pokemon. Well, we're not going to have fainted Pokemon. Get back here. You can use that PC in the corner. The receptionist told me. So kind. So yeah, this PC right here is what's going to become our Pokemon graveyard. You have to go into someone's PC, access the Pokemon storage system, so we can withdraw Pokemon from here if we had any Pokemon. We can deposit any Pokemon here, but we need a Pokemon on us, and we only have one, so that's not going to help. Release Pokemon. We technically could do that if we really wanted to lose all our Pokemon. We can change boxes. I don't want to change boxes right now. There's like 12 boxes currently, and I think each of them can hold, I think in this generation, 20 Pokemon. Or else it's always been 30 Pokemon. Either way, there's a lot of space that we're not going to be using. But one of those boxes will make a graveyard. Eventually, when we start losing Pokemon, which hopefully will be in 80 episodes. And I don't think this series will last 80 episodes. It might, I don't know. You want to know about the 2 kinds of caterpillar Pokemon? Sure. Caterpie has no poison, but Weedle does. Watch out for its poison sting. Oh yeah, that's another thing we have to worry about now. So, before we go into the mart, because I like to show this stuff off. With you, those Pokeballs at your waist. You have Pokemon. It's great that you can carry and use Pokemon anytime, anywhere. I only have one Pokemon. Read the sign. Viridian City, the eternally green paradise. So, other than the Pokemon Center, which is where we heal Pokemon, there's a Pokemon Mart where we buy items, which we learned from the guy down in Route 1. But there's also a third kind of building that we can run into in towns, and that is, can't even see it from here. Let's go a little more north, and I'm gonna get stopped here from Mr. Sideways. Oh, Grandpa, don't be so mean. He hasn't had his coffee yet. You can't go through here. This is private property. Yeah, and he's gonna be very rude. We can't go past this guy, because he's just gonna say that. So this is a barrier. This is a very annoying barrier that we can't go through. And we can probably see it right here. Yes, up here is a gym. And if you recall from the note that we read on Professor Oak's computer, there's something about the Pokemon League. Well, those gyms are related to it. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to find out right now because that old guy's in the way. So let's go inside the Pokemart so that we can buy some stuff. Hey, you came from Pallet Town? You know Professor Oak, right? His order came in. Will you take it to him? Alright, now I got a new item. I got a Oak's parcel. And unfortunately for me... Okay, say hi to Professor Oak for me. I can't buy stuff here. Not until I bring that back. The shop finally had some potions in stock. Alright. This shop sells a lot of Paralyze Heal. Or Pearls... Whatever it's supposed to sound like when spelled like that. But we're learning a couple of different items we can collect. And a couple different things that can happen to us. So now that we have to go back to Pallet Town. This is the fetch quest I was talking about. At least we can take all these jumps now. Oh yeah, I did heal Pikachu. Good. I was just about to say, Pikachu's at like 6 health. I remembered I did stop by the Pokemon Center. Yeah, I can just hop over all these. Skip most of the grass. I still have to go through this small amount. Aw. Ooh, a Pidgey. Level 3? Alright. I could easily do this. Level 6 might have been a little hard. One-shot it. There we go. Don't level up. Okay, good. Alright, back in Pallet. Oh, Professor Oak. Got an item for you. Oh, Bucky. How is my old Pokemon? Old Pokemon? You gave him to me like 20 minutes ago. Well, it seems to like you a lot. You know, I'm gonna turn around after this and see exactly what I want to say. You must be as talented as a you must be talented as a Pokemon trainer. What? You have something for me? And we'll deliver Oak's parcel to him. Ah, this is the custom Pokeball I ordered. Thanks, Bucky. By the way, I must ask you to do something for me. Gramps! What a stupid voice. Gramps, my Pokemon has grown stronger. Check it out. Ah, Sean, good timing. I needed to ask both of you to do something for me. On the desk there is my invention, Pokédex. It automatically records data on Pokemon you've seen or caught. It's a high-tech encyclopedia. Bucky and Sean, take these with you. To make a complete guide on all the Pokemon in the world. That was my dream. But I'm too old. I can't do it. So I want you two to fulfill my dream for me. Get moving, you two. This is a great undertaking in Pokemon history. Alright, Gramps. Leave it all to me. Bucky, I hate to say it, but I don't need you. I know. I'll borrow a town map from my sis. I'll tell her not to lend you one, Bucky. Ha 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 ha. What a jerk. I hate him. Take that. I hate Sean. Alright. Pikachu, Oak says you like me. How do you feel? Exactly the same. Turn that frown upside down. I mean, you have no friends yet, and you have the possibility of dying, so... Yeah, I'd be just as upset, or just as afraid. So, he talked about getting a town map from his sister. If we go back to his house, you see there's something on the desk. Let's talk to her again. Grandpa asked you to run an errand? Here, this'll help you. I guess he didn't talk to his sister. Because now we have a town map. Which is kind of pointless. Although it will show you the entirety of this place we're going through. So here is a map of the world. Or at least the world that we can go to in this game. Pallet Town's right here. There's Route 1. There's Viridian City. And then there's everything else that we have yet to go to. There's Route 2. The Viridian Forest. Our next destination after Viridian City. Not Diglett's Cave. Pewter City. And then so on and so forth. Until we reach Power Plant. Indigo Plateau. That's where the Pokemon League is. So that's going to be our, hopefully, one of our final destinations. But we have a long way to go. We got to go through all these other places first. I really won't be looking at that much more because I kind of know the entirety of the Pokemon world. At least in this game. But now, I think if we head back up to that shop, we can go buy some Pokemon stuff. Which would be very nice, because now we can start capturing some Pokemon. Let's see if we can not run into any Pokemon on Route 1. You just have a little bit more grass to go through. Oh, move it. Aw, first step. Alright, that's a Pidgey. What Pokemon do I want? On Route 1, we have an option between Pidgey or Rattata. So I don't really know which one I'd like more. I feel like Pidgey would be worth it a little bit more. Though, Rattatas can do some pretty decent damage pretty early in the game. We'll see. Pikachu hasn't been hurt yet, so he's used a couple of his moves. You gotta be careful about that. He's only used 2 moves. He has plenty of moves left. Alright, Mart. Now we can finally buy stuff. Hi there, may I help you? We can buy stuff, we can sell stuff, but we only have 2 potions and a town map. Town map we can't sell. Potions we can sell for like $100, but I mean, we need potions, so let's keep those. Buy. Let's see, we can buy Pokeballs, which are $200 each. We can buy potions, which are $300 each, so I think we can actually sell them for $150, because I think it's half of what they're worth is how much you can sell them for. Antidotes, which are $100. Paralyze heals, which are $200. Burn heals, which are $250. So these all heal a certain type of something. This just heals us in general. And this is what we use to catch Pokemon. So I'm going to get 5 Pokeballs. That should be good for a while. And I'm going to get 5 antidotes just because I know I'm going to need them later. And then the rest I'm going to spend on potions. There we go. And let's just buy one more antidote just for funsies. So we don't have any paralyzed heals and we don't have any burn heals, but I don't think there's anything that can burn us around here or things that can paralyze us around here. So we don't really need to worry about these. I mean, I can paralyze stuff, but I don't need to heal myself. So yeah, we're good with that. We have $75 to our name, which will literally buy us, I think, nothing in this game. But now we have our items stocked up. We can move these around if we press select, like so. Let's get this a little higher. There we go. Actually, Pokeball should be first thing. I'm getting into the sorting part. All right, so the rules are now active. Any Pokemon we first see now in Route 1 is going to be catched. Or caught is the correct word. So let's go find out what our first Pokemon that we're going to get is outside of our starter. I'm just healing Pikachu very quickly just to get those items back. I mean, just get their attacks back. We'll see. Keep on calling Pikachu a he, even though there's no gender in this game. So could be a male, could be a female. We won't know. There's a way to find out, but not in this game. All right. With the rules of the Nuzlocke active, the first Pokemon we see is going to be in our party until it dies, or we just get something stronger. So this is going to be a new best friend. Let's find out what our new best friend is. Wow, first space? Sweet. We got a Pidgey. Level 3. All right. Oh, I'm afraid. Will Pikachu one-shot this? You know what? We'll just try this. Technically, and you know what? In fact, I should have went to the old man first, the one that's lying down on the ground, because he would have kind of helped us. But I'm just going to toss a Pokeball right now. The odds of me catching this thing are kind of high. Not really high. More like middle of the round. It would get better if I hurt Pidgey a little bit, but now I'm afraid of either fainting it or critical hitting it, which would faint it. So let's just see how this works. Yeah, it worked! Alright, Pidgey was caught. We have a new best friend, and Pokedex data will be added for Pidgey. So now we get to learn a little bit more about Pidgey. It's 1 foot tall, it's 4 pounds, it's number 16, and it's known as the tiny bird Pokemon. Very docile. If attacked, it will often kick up sand and protect itself rather than fight back. Do I want to give a nickname to Pidgey? Yes, I do. What are we nicknaming Pidgey? I have no good bird name. What's a bird that I know? I I know no bird. I mean, I could go back to a random name generator, but I kind of want this to be something. You know what? I'll nickname it this. I mean, it's not parrot, but close enough. Jacques. All right, we have 2 Pokemon now. We have Jolt, and I got 2 J names. Great, and you have full health, so it's fine. Now we have another best friend. Awesome. So, all right, Pidgey's cry is just fine. 7 attack, 8 defense, 8 speed, 7 special. I don't know if that's good or not. It's a normal type Pokemon, and it's a flying type Pokemon. Because now we get to finally see Pokemon that have 2 types, which is the maximum. They have the strengths and weaknesses of both, so gotta be careful about that. I didn't say we'd get... When did I say we were gonna get talking about the types? Whatever. But here's the Pokedex. We've seen 4 Pokemon, and we own 2. As you can see, they're numbered. This is what the numbers represent. There's Pidgey. Pokeball's next to its name, which means we've caught it. We can take a look at its area. This is where we can catch Pidgeys. Everywhere that there's a monster symbol is where a Pidgey can be caught, so... I mean, if we were playing the Dupes Claws, we could easily avoid any of those things, but we're not, so we could easily get another Pidgey if we happen to run into one. And Pidgeys are very common, so we might run into another one. In which case, I have no clue what to name another bird Pokemon, but whatever. Rattatas, which we won't have to catch now, at least in this route, but they're also just as common. In fact, even more so. I think they're in a couple more routes. So yeah, Rattatas are very common. Pikachus, on the other hand, right here, they are nowhere. Area unknown. In Red and Blue, they can be caught in certain places, but because they're a starter in this game, this is the only Pikachu we're going to get. So let's not lose it. And then the other Pokemon that we've seen is Sean's Eevee, which is like in the 100s. So I don't want to go all the way down there. But now we get to start training our Pokemon a little bit, Jolt and Jacques, because we need to start preparing them to make sure that they can survive battles. I could get another Pokemon. Where can I get another Pokemon at? Because we can technically go west of Viridian City. We can also go north of Viridian City, and we can get a Pokemon there. And I mean, technically Viridian City is also an area, so we can get a Pokemon in this area. The only problem is we currently can't, because there's no way we can catch a Pokemon here with the stuff we have. Later on in the game, though, we will. All right, old man's up now. Pass him. Ah, I've had my coffee now, and I feel great. Sure, you can go through. I'm sorry I was so rude to you. You were lying on the floor. I see you're using a Pokedex. I'll show you how to catch Pokemon as my apology. So yeah, this is where our tutorial would have been. We're not battling him. He's just going to show us a tutorial on how to catch Pokemon. This old man trying to catch a Rattata. That didn't work! I must be losing my touch. I've run out of Pokeballs, too. I have to get some at Pokemon Mart. And away he goes. So yeah, the rules of a Pokemon fight are pretty simple. Faint the other Pokemon, and you win. But for battling, if you want to catch them, you need to weaken the Pokemon a bit, not to fainting, just enough to that they have low health, and then catching them will be easier. I mean, we were able to catch Jacques with full health, which is pretty good. I mean, he's also a weak Pokemon, and his catch rate is pretty low, or actually technically pretty high, so Jacques would have been an easy catch regardless. But he could have broken out. Thankfully, he didn't. So, with those 2 people down, can we catch another Pokemon? I mean, the more I catch, the harder it is going to be to train, just because there's going to be more mouths to feed. But I need as much Pokemon as I could possibly get right now, just in case something terrible happens. And we've been going for almost 25 minutes, so... I mean, we did what we wanted to. We got a friend. We've got the Pokedex, which we're not going to be using. We're not going to be fulfilling Professor Oak's dream of catching every single Pokemon. We're only going to be catching the first one in every route. And, yeah, we learned how to catch Pokemon, caught one, and now we can start buying stuff. Let's save the game. We've already been playing for 50 minutes. Jesus. Alright, so, On the next episode of Pokemon Yellow Nuzlocke, there are a couple routes we can go catch some new Pokemon in, plus we can train Jacques and Jolt up a little bit, which we'll probably need to do. There's also an optional thing we can do next episode that I really want to do because it's fun, and I haven't missed it playing this game ever, so it'd be fun to do. So yeah, we'll do that. So, until next time, hold on, what does Pikachu think? Pikachu, what do you think? You'll learn to like me eventually. Until next time, hopefully you enjoy.